Hello everybody and welcome back to Gaming on Caffeine. My name is Isaac and we are back with another live stream. It has been way too long since the last time we did one of these. It's been like over almost 2 months. It was like February 18th, the last one of these we did. So I decided we'd do another one, mostly because my recording software crashed earlier today whilst I was trying to record one of these episodes of Hypovolemia, and so there's like a couple of things that I have done since episode 16, which is the last one that went up on YouTube, and I kind of want to show you it, and I also felt like live streaming, and we're going to do a couple more things as well. So hello to everybody in the chat, hello to Razor, hello to Moobot, there by default, hello to F.E. Reuki. I'm going to start off by anyone who's new here. I am terrible at pronunciation. So if I pronounce your name wrong in the chat, I am very sorry. But hi, welcome. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, hi. Thanks for choosing to watch. Why don't he something to be mad or something? Thanks for hi everybody. How's it going? So last episode, we were working on getting ourselves a little bit of Terra Steel, right? We were working on this setup over here, and instantly a ton of people were like right there to tell me that I had set this up wrong. All of this over here, I had the living rock here in the place of the lapis lazuli and vice versa. So I fixed that. And I've also set up this little system here, which is a perfect mirror of this setup over here, the Endo Flames, the Thermalies, all that kind of stuff. I have made 2 Terra Steel ingots since the end of last episode, so not a whole lot of Terra Steel, really. I kind of drastically underestimated how much time it was going to take to get enough Terra Steel, or to get enough mana, to make all the Terra Steel that we needed, and so I don't really have all of the Terra Steel we need to make the 2 crystal clusters just yet, but it's happening, we're working on it, and it's doing its thing. But some people in the comment section of the last episode, episode 16, pointed out that down at the bottom of the quest book here, the quest line Second Chance has a few quests in it that actually give you crystal clusters as a reward. So if we go over to this quest here, for example, cause as a reward for this quest, we get 1 crystal cluster. But we can't do this quest because to do it, we need to have 100 but to do it, we need 100 Wyvern cores. And to make Wyvern cores, we have to get into Draconic Evolution. And to get into Draconic Evolution, we need a tier 6 altar. If we type in Draconic ore over here and look up the recipe, we need a tier 6 altar and 100,000 life points. So that one's off the table, but there is one over here, this one here, that gives us a crystal cluster for handing in 1 ME64K Essential storage cell. Now, that might sound like a bit of a pain to make, and trust me, it is, but this quest up here, the one that says Manitia, asks us to hand in 100 Manitia blocks, which I did in the episode that you guys haven't seen because my software crashed, and if you complete this, you get an ME64K Essential cell. So what we need to do now is just do this quest over here, which is to make 100 endstone, and we then get the quest reward for completing this quest here, and then also we need to start working towards unlocking this quest so we can claim that crystal cluster. To unlock that quest, we need to do all of the, or most of these quests down here. We do have to do a few of the side ones, like this brine one and this ender one, but we have to do quite a few of these quests down in the bottom right-hand corner here to get up to the essential storage. Thankfully, I started on some of these already in that, again, first part of the episode that you guys missed. The first one is Blood. All he wants us to do is hand in 5 million millibuckets worth of life essence, and so all I did was I hooked up 1 QDS over here so that you just pipe stuff in. I put another one down. I'm not quite sure if that increases the speed. Actually, it's not even connected right now, so I'm guessing that does not at all increase the speed, but I was wondering if that would increase the speed of how fast it like transferred life essence into the QDS. Not quite sure, but that's the thing. So what I did, by the way, is I also made all of the endstone for this quest over here, because to make endstone, all we gotta do, put cobblestone into the blood altar, the cobblestone then turns into netherrack, the netherrack then turns into endstone, and so if we go into our AE system here, we have 133 endstone, which we can then just simply pull out, hand in, and claim our reward. Nice. We can then claim our reward for this, and then that completes this quest over here. It's now done. All we have to do is unlock it, and we can claim that reward, and that is the second one of the 4 crystal clusters that we need taken care of. We got 1 for completing the quest under offering more. I think this quest over here, or this one? Yeah, this one over here. So, we've got that. Now what we need to do is complete those quests. So I did start, again, on a few of them in the episode that you missed. I started with this next one, which is Mob Essence. I think this is going to be probably one of the hardest ones to do, because if we look over here, what I've done is I've set up this wacky contraption. Basically, what we have is a grinder, killing all the mobs that fall down here, because we're not really using the mobs for life essence anymore. We're kind of just using them for nothing. They were just kind of standing there. And so I've gone ahead and I've just put a grinder down. All the mobs being killed. All the essence has been piped down into these portable tanks. If you set them all to output mode, the essence just kind of trickles down into the lowest one, so you can fill them all up fairly easily. And you'll see that all the items that come out just get thrown into that little pool of lava there and destroyed. I'm not really too bothered about storing all of the bones, gunpowder, zombie brains, arrows, all that kind of stuff that come out of the system. We could do, but our AE system is not particularly large, and so it will probably just back it up pretty quickly. Somebody in the chat asked if this is going to be a YouTube episode. Yes, this will be going up on YouTube after the stream is over. If you just started watching, hi, welcome to the stream. You might be a bit like confused because this is a series that has been on YouTube for quite some time. It's like 16 episodes in. If you haven't seen that, I would recommend you go watch it. But yes, this will be on YouTube. I'll just upload it in its entirety, hopefully later on this evening, depending on how fast I can export the thing. But yeah, that is how we're getting all of our mob essence. We need to get 10 tanks worth. We currently have 3/6 stacked up here and about 2.5 full. So I think this one's going to take the longest. The next two quests in this quest line over here are fairly easy. We've got one that wants us to hand in 2.5 million millibuckets worth of lava, and one that wants us to hand in 10 portable tanks filled with water. And so what I did is I made a bunch of these portable tanks, and I stood here for like 3 solid minutes with my bucket, just moving stuff over into these portable tanks. And so now this is all done, so we can probably go ahead and pick all these up. Let's make sure I'm in wrench mode so I can actually grab them all like this. And I'm hoping that the quest will take these, because I really do not want to keep 10 tanks full of water. So we can't manually submit until it's we can't manually submit it until we actually unlock the quest. That is a bit of a shame. Let's quickly... I'm going to throw these back down because I don't want to put them in the AE system. I'm just going to leave them here, and I don't want them clogging up my inventory because they are annoying as heck. So let's just throw all those down there. And then the lava one, what I did for that is we have our lava fabricators, and just like I said I would before the end of last episode, I set up another lava fabricator under here. There's one like directly underneath this lava source, pumping lava for all of these thermal lilies. But what I also did is I've set up another ender tank system. So you'll see this one over here, if I can jump up, has a blue line in the middle, which means it's set to a different frequency to the one in here. This one here is just set white. So this one's transferring blood, and then this one is transferring lava from the nether. So if we head on through here, we've got a very simple setup, very similar to the one out on the Blood Lake. And basically the setup is just pumping lava using a Mekanism pump into the ender tank and then sending it through to the other setup, basically. Is the stream frozen, or is it just me? I think that might be just you. If someone could tell the person to refresh in the chat. It might have frozen. If it is, it's just let me know, but I don't think it has. As this is the setup that we have over here. We've got a Mekanism pump, pumping it to here. We have another ender tank. This one is bringing life essence over from the main pool to power this blood dynamo. The reason it's not working right now is because I think that the overworld tank is not chunk loaded, possibly. But for the most part, it should be working just fine. Pumping stuff around and sending it back over into the overworld. And that's basically, I think, about what has changed since the end of last episode. I think you're all caught up. I don't think you've missed anything else. If I look in the quest book here, I did hand in, actually, real quick, what's attacking me there? I did hand in, oh, it's my food. Nothing's attacking me. I did hand in one of the quests in the Second Chances quest line, which is this one down here. This one wanted me to hand in 100 ingots worth of iron ore. I did that to get some cow seeds because we needed leather in order to make the grinder. And so I used those cow seeds to get some leather, use that leather to make a book, the book to make a grinder, and the grinder to get the mob essence. So, for the time being, everything is kind of just, like, going. Like right now, everything's kind of just doing its thing, moving along as it would. You'll see that the blood quest down here is getting there pretty quickly, but also pretty slowly because we need 5 million life points to get there. So that one's doing its thing. The mob essence one, again, is getting there slowly but steadily. One thing I did do as well is I threw down a ton more torches. If you look out here now, usually it's pitch black. I threw down a ton of torches, I think like 4 stacks of torches around here, just to make sure that the mobs kind of had nowhere else to spawn but in here. Judging by the minimap, I can see that a few still are spawning out and about, but I had a big problem where the grinder was killing all the mobs and then they were just spawning out in the darkness and none of them were getting killed by the grinder. So I threw a ton of torches down. They should now really only be able to spawn within this like spawner here, apart from the occasional odd one that's managing to spawn anyway. And so yeah, you guys are now all caught up. We're all gone. We're all done with the catching up. Someone said, I heard Nick wants Isaac Dong. Wants Isaac Dong. That's probably true. Flipping everyone's talking about Project Tarzan now. So, we've got that set up and running. What I will do here real quick, just because I haven't actually showed it in any of the videos yet, is we will make our first piece of TerraSteel. So to do that, we need a diamond, we need an ender pearl, and we need an iron ingot, so we can make the mana versions of all of that. Also, I did some number crunching between episodes, and I think we're going to need like about 1,000 diamonds in order to make our first crystal cluster. That's including like the amount of, I need to make these into mana versions first. That's including the amount of diamonds that we're going to need to make the dire crafting table to do that massive craft. But for now, let's just throw you, and you on there, like that. And that's going to show those blue balls up. We have more than half a mana pool worth of mana, and so this should successfully make us our third TerraSteel ingot. Third, we need at least 18 of those if we're going to make ourselves, let me find some water. We need 18 of those if we're going to make 2 crystal clusters. And so it's going to take a while. It's going to take a lot of mana and quite a while to get this up and running. What we might do in today's stream is work on possibly getting a bit more mana being pumped into this. Razor, who's in the chat now, did suggest setting up some kind of cake system. There's a flower that will eat cake and produce mana. What are we missing? What are we missing? I don't know why that didn't work. We have them out. Let me try that again. Maybe like one of the items moved out of the way or something. Let's try that one more time. Let's see if that works. You can't make TerraSteel seeds. I saw a bunch of people in the comment section trying to see, why doesn't that work? Is there an issue here? I feel like that should be working. It's taking the first bits of mana, but not finishing it up. Oh, it finished. Okay. That seems really weird. I might have changed some of my video settings or something like that. It didn't do that earlier. Anyway, what I did between episodes as well is I added another line of 10 diamond seeds after I figured out that we were going to need at least 1,000 of them to make that crystal cluster. I went ahead and added a second line, so hopefully we'll be getting diamonds a lot faster now and be able to get there quick enough. As for wither skeleton skulls, I'm fairly certain that we are pretty much already there. We've got 601 wither skeleton skulls. Every single one of those can be crafted into a nether star, and so we don't need anywhere near, like, we don't need any more than 600 nether stars to make any of the crystal clusters, so we should be fine. There is no TerraSteel seed. If I type in TerraSteel, there are no TerraSteel seeds. There are these like weird wills, but there's no TerraSteel seed. If I type in seed and went through here, there are no TerraSteel seed. I believe there are normally, like if in Project Ozone with Nick, there are some TerraSteel seeds, but in this mod pack they've been taken out. I assume to make it a little harder, a little bit more challenging to get the crystal clusters. But there are no TerraSteel seeds. I checked. If they were there, I would have made them already because that would make my life so much easier. But they're not, unfortunately. So let's take a quick look in here real quick. I don't think there's much else I can do. This quest here also gives us an ME64K essential storage cell. Those, by the way, are used for Thaumcraft, which we haven't really touched at all yet. But to be fair, we haven't really needed to, because none of the stuff from Blood Magic, the altar stuff, requires Thaumcraft in any real way, whereas it does definitely require Botania, as you can see from all the TerraSteel we're making. So we're really just waiting for these to finish. Sludge, I also set up the QDSs next to my sludge boilers. I pumped all those in. They were already there. Like, I had the sludge, I had the QDSs already taking the sludge just to keep my harvesters running at max speed, but I've also gone ahead and now set these to actually start taking the sludge and using it towards completing this quest, and so we also have to get 1 million millibuckets, or 1,000 buckets worth of sludge as well. That's going to get us a diamond block and 10 draconium ore. Unfortunately, that 10 draconium isn't going to be enough to get us 100 wyvern cores, and so we're not going to be able to get this one, unfortunately. It would be nice if we could, because then we'd only need to make the one crystal cluster to get a tier 6 altar. Alas, it's not going to happen. So, now that we've got all that out of the way, that's all the stuff that I've done since the end of last episode, everything that I did in the episode that crashed, where my software crashed, and I lost the recording. So, now we can start working on stuff for the stream. So, there are a few things that we could do. We could start working on some of these seeds here. There are a few seeds that I still want to get. For example, Dye Seeds unlocks that quest, and we also need to unlock this quest. There are a few quests I want to unlock, try and get all these quests done. Mekanism, I'm probably not going to touch because it's a little bit iffy. We can make a jetpack, I guess, but that's not really all too necessary. Actually, how easy is a jetpack to make? I don't think it's all that hard. Also, you're going to get a lot more of this in the stream than you're used to in the videos. Like, in the videos, I have a set plan. I'm always, like, ready to go. I know what I'm I'm going to do in the episode, but in the stream, like, I have not planned a whole lot of stuff that I want to actually get done, and so you're going to see more of me trying to, like, look stuff up and figure out what I want to do before I start doing it. For example, the recipe for this jetpack here does require a gas tank, but I think we should be able to make this fairly easily. We've got steel seeds, so getting steel's fine. We've got a... Ooh, do we have any tin? We should have tin. We do not have any tin. We need to actually smelt some up. That is fine. Throw the tin in there. We then need another basic controller. I'm fairly certain that we have some... Yeah, osmium's in there. So let's grab some redstone real quick. Let's stick that redstone into there, and then we can put that redstone, once it's become enriched, into the metallurgic infuser and get ourselves the one basic control circuit we need to make the jetpack. I didn't want to do that, but that's fine. We'll make a bunch of them. They don't go to waste, really. I knew I used a lot of them for... all the tanks. When I made all the tanks here for the water, I used a lot of them then, which is why all that stuff is in the metallurgic infuser. But if we throw that in there, grab our tin out of here. I love how fast this elite smelting factory smelts stuff up. It is fantastic. And we do something like that, we got a jetpack. Nice. So I said I wasn't going to touch Mekanism, and there we go. Flipping Mekanism is done. We could use that. I don't really see a need to. We can jump pretty high. Like, we can jump to most places in our base now. The only place we can't jump to, I guess, is the spawner up there. And to be fair, we do have a ladder going all the way up there. So I don't really see a need to take off our armor to put the jetpack on, so I'm not really going to do that just yet, but that's probably the extent of the mechanism we're going to do in today's episode. What we're going to work on now, most likely, is a little bit more Botania, because, like I said, we need a lot of this Terra Steel, and although we have this lovely setup here, it's not doing particularly well. Like, it's fairly slow. We have to occasionally run over with a bunch of oak like this. We have to flip and carve our way out of these trees, because they just keep growing non-stop. We're going to throw the oak down. I could turn it into planks in the blood altar, but usually that just takes even more time. The ender flames will absorb it and then start sending mana through to this thing. It takes a while. It takes a while, and it's not particularly fast, and we need a lot of Terra Steel. So... what I'm thinking is, Razor in the chat, Razor Edge Relinquum, or Requiem? He's been a moderator for like a year. I don't know how to pronounce the end of his name there. Suggested that we use the cake plants. Now, I can't remember what they're called. They're called like something? Let me have a look. Botania. There is one flower that can consume cake and then produce mana. And if we set one of those up, and we can actually set up a system that produces unlimited cake. Here they are. They're Kekimurus. Kekimurus? Kekimurus? I'm not quite sure. But this flower requires some pixie dust, some white petals, some orange petals, some brown petals, and a rune of gluttony. I think the pixie dust requires that we set up a portal to the Alfheim. So to get the pixie dust, we would have to set up a portal to the Alfheim. And to do that, is it part of one of the quests here? It probably is. The elves, yes, it is this quest over here. We need to get ourselves an elven gateway core, a glimmering living wood, 2 mana pools, and 2 nature pylons. The reason we need 2 mana pools is you have to have 2 mana pools, I think at least half full, in order to open the portal to the Alfheim, and then you get pixie dust, I think by throwing like... I want to say diamonds into it, but I could be just completely lying there. Let me have a look here. If I go back all the way here and type in pixie dust or not, we might have to actually build the elven core before we can, or build the elven portal before we can look up the recipe for pixie dust. I know we get an upgrade to our Lexica Botania when that happens. So, let's come in here. What do we need for an elven gateway core? core. For this thing over here, we need some Terra Steel nuggets. Wow, okay. So we actually have to use some of our Terra Steel to make this happen, but if it's going to make it faster for us to actually get more Terra Steel in the future, I guess it's kind of worth it. Pixie Dust is for mana pearls? Oh, you throw mana pearls through there and you get pixie dust? Okay, so people are telling me it's mana pearls. Alright, cool. So we need that. We need glimmering living wood, which is this stuff over here. Thankfully, this is super easy to make. How many of those do we need for the quest here? We need 3 of those. I think we need more than 3 to actually set up the portal, if I'm not mistaken. If we type in here, portal to the Alfheim, let's have a look. We need... Oh no, we only need 3. So we need 3 of those, 1 gateway, we need a bunch of living wood, we then need 2 mana pools, and 2 pylons. What do I need for the pylons? For those, I need more Terra Steel ingots, Eye of Ender, which is easy enough, and a mana pylon, which is 2 gold, 2 mana steel, and 1 mana diamond. So, let's go over here, let's grab ourselves 4 iron ingots, and 2 diamonds. And let's get this thing up and running. So we'll take 2 of you. This shouldn't be too hard. The hardest bit is going to be waiting for the mana to fill up so we can actually open the portal. before that, it's not going to actually work. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. We should have enough to make this work. We totally do. Let's go back over here and throw all of you in there. And then we should be able to make 2 of these. 1, 2. And then once we've got those, all we need to do is use the rest of our Terra Steel nuggets with some Eyes of Ender, which again, we can make fairly easily. I'm hoping we have enough Terra Steel nuggets left. I think we should. We do. Okay, are we all out now? We are. Okay, so we used 1 Terra Steel ingot to actually set up the portal. So, let's take all of those. Let's take the rest of our living wood. And let's find out where we're going to actually set this thing up. So, it's probably best if we set it up... I was going to say, like, over here. Seems to make sense, but then it's kind of far away from where our stuff is right now. But I guess that's fine. We'll set it up over here, and we'll put the stuff down either side, because it is a pretty big structure. So, let's put you there. Wood either side. We then need some kind of other block. I'm not going to use endstone. Let me grab some cobblestone real quick to work with here. Cobblestone. Here we go. Is there going to be a Prison Architect video soon? Probably not. I know a lot of people have been asking about Prison Architect. I've seen so many comments talking about Prison Architect, but no, probably not. I might do another series on it at some point in the future, but it probably won't be a continuation. There probably won't be a YouTube continuation of the series that I've been doing so far, or I did like 3 months ago, anytime soon. I might do more of it on Twitch at some point, but no, it probably will not continue. I've got like too many series going on right now. Okay, that's the portal to that's the frame of the portal. Then all we need, if we look in here again, is I think it's like let me see if I can. Oh, we can visualize it. All right, brilliant. Let's put that. Can I not put it? Okay, let's put it there. Let's. Oh, what? Did I open my web browser? Can I not put it? Usually you can visualize. You can shift. Okay, how far? All I want to know is how far away it is. It's like 1 out and 2 forward, I think. So I think we need it. Let's it's stopped. Okay, cool. Awesome. That's what I wanted to happen. Let's go back. Let's make our 2 living rock. We need some mana pools. Here we go. Let's get you. Let's get 2 of these. Let's throw both of those into our existing mana pool. Here we go. Good stuff. We can then put those 1 further back, because this is obviously 1 further forward than our actual portal. So we're going to put that there, that there, that there, and that there. Beautiful. Okay, so that is the portal. Pretty much fully set up. We can go ahead and unvisualize the portal now. It's pretty much fully set up. All we need to do now is, I think, have half a mana pool of each one, or half of each mana pool filled. To open the portal, simply right-click with the Wand of the Forest. The portal requires a substantial amount of mana deposited in both mana pools to open. After that, it will slowly drain some to keep itself powered. If it runs out of mana, the connection will be broken. The amount of mana required to open the portal is orders of magnitude higher than to keep it maintained, thus closing the portal may prevent mana loss. Okay, so I think it's about half a pool each. I'm not actually 100% sure here. So, now we need to start actually moving stuff about. So what I think we might do here is put another... I don't think a spark can reach that far, so what I think I'm going to do is put another one of... Let's get rid of this. I think I'll shift right click with the wand. Yeah, let's get rid of that. I think we'll put... that's not going to... I was going to say we could use a mana spreader to shoot the mana over to there, but that's going to result in just like a lot of wasted mana, because the further you fire the mana, the more it's lost. Like if you fire mana from all over here, it's going to lose quite a bit of it before it like gets to here. So we would probably be best suited if we moved this setup over here to over here. Which is going to be a massive pain in the backside. It's not going to be too bad, I guess, but it's going to take a little bit of time. Someone said, Isaac, for 100,000 subs, do a dong reveal. That sounds a bit creepy, and I think that you are dreaming a little too far away if you're looking at 100,000 subs. That's like some time away at this point. Also, we had like a weird issue with spiders spawning down here as well by the looks of things, because we've got a ton of these cobwebs, which are real flippin' annoying. Okay, so I want to make sure that I get rid of... Let's use our crew configurator here, so we can just pick these up without having to break them. I want to get rid of the fountain before I try... Okay, this is going to be a bit... We're going to have to be quick, so let's get rid of this. I need to catch it, and then do that. Okay, I want to get rid of the fountain before we got rid of the lava, because of course otherwise you're just going to put more lava down. Let's pick that up, and then let's start our move towards the other side of the island. Can we jump out of here? We can. Okay, beautiful. Right, let's pick all this stuff up, and let's start moving out over to the other side. Also, let's get some torches as well, so we can flip and stop spiders spawning under here, because, jeez, I hate the fact that the spiders are spawning those webs. I'm not quite sure what mod it is that does that. I know in, like, default Minecraft, spiders do occasionally put webs down, but in this one, they seem to be doing it all the flipping time. It's crazy. Don't need bones, don't need that. We can pick up the mana spreaders. Cool. All right, where do I want to put this? Because, obviously, this one, I like it to be symmetrical. I like things to look... I'm going to say I like things to look kind of nice. Judging by the rest of the island here, you would probably disagree that I like things to look nice. But I like things to be at least a little bit symmetrical. Like, you'll notice this is symmetrical. Most things that I have here are somewhat symmetrical. Also, I added more of these dynamos, by the way, between episodes. But I can't really make it symmetrical over here. And so what I think I'm going to do is have them just kind of be central with the thing here. Let's do it like that. Let's put them here. Let's do it here. So we'll get rid of all this. We'll put the fountain down right about there, just below where it was before. That was a bad idea because it still has power in it. We're going to put the fountain down there. We'll move the cobblestone once we've got everything else set up. But let's quickly go and stand in here so we lose that horrible fire sound. And then, also now that we've got this tank here providing lava from the nether, which currently is not really providing lava from the nether, I'm not quite sure what's causing that. Also, most of the lava is being eaten by the QDS, but I thought that should be working still. I'm going to have to go check on that at some point. I think the Mekanism tanks chunk load. Oh, not the Mekanism tanks. I think the pumps for Mekanism chunk load, but I'm not actually 100% sure. If someone could confirm or deny that in the Twitch chat, that'd be fantastic. Because I set those up and it started working, but then it kind of didn't continue to work. So I have no idea whether or not they are supposed to chunk load or not. But let's get rid of this and this and this. There we go. Okay, so we'll put all our dirt back down, and we'll get our setup back up and running here, and then we'll do the exact same thing, kind of right next to it here for this one. I'm fairly certain the mana spreader might, I say fairly sure, then might. The mana spreader might be able to shoot through this pipe to get to the mana pool, possibly, but we'll check that out in a second. For now, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. We'll put down both of our mana spreaders there, and then if we're in bind mode, we can just point those directly at that mana pool. Cool stuff. We'll now get rid of this, and hopefully everything in the world won't break. Instead, the thermal lilies should start getting to work on sending stuff over to here. Are they bound to... Oh, they're not bound. Okay, so we'll bind you to you, you to you, and you to you, and then we'll bind these other side to these ones. There we go. All right, cool. So that should start sending mana over any second now. Like, any second. How is that one burnt out already? Maybe they carry over their they carry over their state when you pick them up. So I'm guessing if it's like burnt out and it's currently like cooling down, it will continue to cool down, possibly. All right, let's leave that one there. Let's move the other one over to this side. So I want to have, again, a little 3x3 space. Is that going to be a problem? It is definitely going to be a problem, so we need to have some dirt there, don't we? That is fine. Let's do that real quick. Put you there. Let me light this up under here so we don't get more spiders. I'll come get the rest of those cables in a second. We're going to have to move these a little bit. Unfortunately, I can't break them with this wrench. I really wish... I don't wish that Thermal Expansion was in the pack, because I kind of like that it's a pack that doesn't have kind of traditional tech mods in it, but I wish there was a wrench that wasn't the configurator, because although I kind of like it, I like the configurator, I like using it for Mekanism, it's not like a universal thing that works with all the other stuff, and so it becomes a bit of a pain trying to pick up things like these ME glass fluix cables, when usually you can just shift right click with a crescent hammer. You can't do that in this pack. It's a little annoying, but we'll do that. We'll get rid of this again, I guess, now that we've put it down. Jump back out, and now we should be able to set this up fairly easily. So we have dirt there, there, and there. The fountain in the middle is going to go there. Okay, cool. Cool. So we should probably do this time around, make it a little bit easier. And then let's get rid of all this stuff, pick it all up, and start moving the whole setup again over to the other side. We'll come and grab the pipes and start reworking all that stuff in a second. I would like the fountain, please. Thank you very much. And I would also like this mana spreader. There is so much. This is like more than any other series. My inventory is always full of mob drops with this series, because of the amount of, like, some of the mobs die when they drop down over here. And so every time that I come over here, there's usually like a ton of stuff just all over the place. It is a pain. It's not really too bad, but it's a bit of a pain. Someone said hello from the other side. Isaac, sing hello, please. Are we doing Adele's hello? It's like, hello, it's me. I can't do the start of the song. It's it's a very slow song, you know. Unfortunately, I do not have the voice of Adele, although I wish I would, and although in the shower I totally do. Unfortunately, I do not have Adele's singing voice. If I did, I would probably be a much wealthier person than I am today. Anyway, let's go ahead and throw you right about there. No. Thank you very much. Also, I need to eat. It's the one thing that the Twitch chat always points out, because whenever I play it normally, I never eat, and people always have a go at me for eating. So what are you playing next that's not Minecraft? That is a good question. The answer is I have no idea. Like right now, I've got three Minecraft series that take quite a bit of time to make. Like the Project Ozone stuff takes a fair bit of time to edit. Like once I've actually made it, because I've got to like mix my view with Nick's, and then the this mod pack and Infinity Evolved Skyblock. Why is that not working? If I put down some... Sorry, I'll get back to that question in a second. Let me put some oak down. But yeah, this and Infinity Evolved Skyblock do take a long time to record. Like a normal episode will take a few hours to actually make, just from all the cuts that I do and all the grinding that happens in these packs. And so I don't really have a whole lot of time like right now to make a bunch of other series, but I would like to make more non-Minecraft stuff, definitely. So that's definitely working. The thermal, I guess, is just still on cooldown? Maybe? Possibly? I don't know. Anyway, we'll find out if that can fire through there. If it can't, that's going to be a bit of a pain. These are all still linked. Oh, they're all linked to the wrong ones. Okay, let's rebind these then. So you to you, you to you, you to you. We'll do you to you, you to you, you to you, you to you, and you to you. Cool. Yeah, okay, that's working fine. Good. Alright, so that's set up. So yeah, in conclusion, I will be doing more non-Minecraft stuff at some point, but I wouldn't count on it tomorrow. Is my really weak answer to that question. I did a lot of non-Minecraft stuff, like, not recently, but, like, in, before I started doing these new Minecraft series, so there's a lot of stuff there. If you haven't watched it, you can totally go watch that. Like, City Skylines is a series that went on for a little bit of time. Prison Architect, you know, I did a few things. I also have a second channel, for those who don't know. Haven't posted to it in quite some time, but I do have a second channel, youtube.com/GamingOnCaffeine 2 if you want to check that out at any point in time. Let's see about actually hooking this stuff up now. So we are kind of making a bit of a horrible mess to our whole like base right now, but that's fine. It should look pretty good once it's done, and it should be pretty functional as well. So let's get rid... Oh, I don't want to do that. Yep, there's the lava. There's the lava. Where's my fountain? Did I... Oh, please tell me I didn't break that fountain. Please tell me I didn't break the fountain. Did I destroy it with the lava? Oh, no. No. Where's my fountain? Did I just... okay, well, in that case, let's go make another fountain. I'm going to put this lava fabricator away, I guess. Do I want to put it away or do I want to put it, like, here? You know what, I'm going to put it here. I was going to put it away, but in fairness, we might as well have it hooked up there. We're making quite a bit of power now with all those dynamos, so I'll set it there, and we'll see what happens. Anyone play Warframe? I have never played Warframe. I've heard a few people say it's pretty good, but I've never played it. Never played the thing. Is it good? Okay, fountain. Let's make another one of these real quick. I wonder what the Technomancy fountain does. Let's make you. I don't know if we're going to have enough gears to make this. We totally are. That's great. All right. We'll take you. We'll take... you. Alright. Cool. So let's put that back underneath. And then we're going to have to start working on something else, because these, like I said, are going to take quite a while. I don't know why these are still cooled down. These are going to take quite a while to actually fill up. But let's get rid of you. Let's put the fountain there. And then let's start hooking all this stuff up with power. So thankfully, you are super easy. This one over here should also not be too hard. All we need to do is some weird convoluted... Oh my goodness, it's gonna be a bit harder than I thought, actually. You know what, we'll go down and under, because I need this space here for the mechanical pipe, so we can actually pump the lava in. And so I can't have the basic cable go through there. So instead, it's gonna go under like that. Cool. So that's gonna connect up there. Then we're just gonna hook you and you up like this. We'll bring this around, and then we'll come out from the middle like so. And then this is gonna go quite far along towards the rest of the stuff. Isaac, do you have Steam? I do have Steam. Actually, I think there might be a there might possibly be a link in the... How do I get out of here? I guess we can go this way. There might be a link in the Twitch panels down below. I'm not too sure. To my Twitch page. I know I used to have a link down there. Because I have a bunch of people on my friends list that I do not know at all. But yeah, if my Steam page is down there in the panels below on Twitch, you can go ahead and add me if you'd like. I do accept friends requests on there. I won't talk a lot on Steam. Like if you send me messages, my notifications are turned off. So like messaging me on Steam is not the best way to message me. But if you want to like join me whilst I'm playing a multiplayer game or anything like that, that is totally fine. Okay, let's take you. Let's hook this back up. Right about over here. Oh my goodness. this place, it's like a maze trying to navigate around here. And now we're making a complete mess with the water and everything else. And there we go. Okay. That should be working fine. We got a bit of a mix here. We got one unlimited pipe, which I don't think is particularly useful. But there we go. Okay, so that's all set up. Now all we need is to cover it up and to hope that it actually starts to work. That looks like it's got some mana, so I'm assuming that it's working. Let me check this one real quick to see if that one has any mana. Why? So that one's full, and I'm guessing it's because of this. So let's get rid of that if we can. I'm assuming that my Steam is in the description because I just got a Steam friends request. So now that should start sending mana over. Yes, that's sending mana over, and now we have to have pipes go up and around. That's fine. So let's pipe that up and around and into the QDS, like so. Looks a little bit horrible, but should work just fine. And now mana is being sent into both of these. And like I said, now we just gotta wait. Now we need to wait until these are pretty much, I think like maybe over halfway. We'll probably go for about 3/4 full before we attempt it. At which point we can open the portal and we can start making pixie dust. At that point, we can start making the cake-eating plants. Whilst we wait for that to happen, first things first, I'm going to fill in the floor over here, but then we should start looking into actually making the automated setup that gets us the cake eating, that gets us the automatic cake, because without that, it's not gonna work. Somebody else asked, is it going to be uploaded to YouTube later? Yes, this whole stream will be uploaded to YouTube once it is done. I'll upload it as episode 17, and then I'll upload episode 18, like whenever episode 18 goes out. But yeah, it will go up like that. Isaac, can you prank call Nick? No, I can't. People ask this quite often, actually. I can't really prank call Nick because the only way that I can call Nick is via Skype. I don't have, like, Nick and I don't, a lot of people are surprised to hear this, but Nick and I don't actually know each other IRL. Like, Nick does not live near me. Nick is not somebody that I associate with on a daily basis. He is just person. He is just someone that I know online and I record videos with online. And so, like, I don't have Nick's phone number, like his actual phone number. I have his Skype. I could call him on Skype, but the likelihood is he wouldn't answer. He'd probably be away. I would look at it and be like, hey, like, Isaac, that's clearly something silly. Isaac shouldn't call me at this time, you know? So, it wouldn't really work. Not gonna lie, Nick is a cool star dude. Okay, Nick is a pretty cool star dude, I must admit. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I do like to go around and make sure that all of my, like, rock looks the same like this. Like, I like to get rid of this one and put that there. Okay, cool. So that's it up. Now, to make the cakes, like, making the cakes isn't really a big issue because prank calling is against Twitch terms of service. I did not know that, actually. But to make the cake is fairly easy. Because we have all the seeds, making an actual cake is super simple. All we need, milk, sugar, eggs, and wheat. Wheat we can get from setting up some 10-10-10 wheat seeds. Sugar we can get from setting up these sugarcane farms over here. And MineFactory Reloaded harvesters, I think, do work with the sugarcane there. So that's super easy. Eggs, we can make using chicken essence. We have chicken seeds. And then milk, we can get from cow essence and a bucket. And so we can auto-craft all of this stuff to auto-craft cakes. All we need are seeds for all of this stuff. So, yeah. Someone said, how do you have 250 games? My God. The truth is, a lot of people send me games. A lot of, like, indie developers send me games to be played. And I play a few of them. Like, a lot of the videos you see on my channel are videos that, like, of games people have sent me. Like City Skylines, Prison Architect, stuff like that. But a lot of them I just don't get around to playing, and they kind of just sit there in my Steam library. In fact, I think I looked the other day at, like, a Steam stats site. I've played, like, half of my games have no playtime. Like, they're not, I don't purchase a whole lot of them. They just kind of are there. So for that, I think the only thing that we're missing, we have almost all of that, right? Like, I think all we're missing is to get the 10-10-10 seeds. Like, I know for a fact we have chicken seeds. We've made those. We've set those up. They are something that we have. Let's see. Chicken seeds. Yeah, we got these. Let's take the ones that are slightly better than terrible, and let's plant those. Also, we're going to need some crop sticks. We might have to either set up another farm or actually, we might have to set up another farm, or just maybe move some of the stuff, possibly. Let's just do that for now and set down our chicken seeds like so, and we'll use our green grove here. We need a bunch of stuff. We need our clippers, we need our hoe, we need our AgriCraft set. We need, we need our stuff. AE2 wrenches are craftable. Does the AE2 wrench work on like most stuff, or does it only work on the AE2 cables? Like if I try using this on normal pipes, will that work? If I try using it on stuff that isn't applied energistics, will it work? Because if it doesn't, then there's also like no play. There's no point, because I could just use like my hammer, I don't want to carry around a ton of wrenches for individual mods. So said Isaac, we should totally do a raid tonight. If there's someone online, someone streaming that I know in some way, then I will totally raid someone once the stream's over. Okay, so we need a hoe. That's fairly easy. And we need our clippers. I don't actually think I've ever used the clippers on camera at all. I know I've talked about them, and I use them a fair bit because they're really useful for duplicating your seeds. Like if you grow these fully and then clip them, you get these little bags, which you can then go ahead and just simply replant like so, and they become the extra crops. Like you'll see that one there is a 443. It's the exact copy of this seed over here. They don't always work particularly well. I don't really want that. They don't always work amazingly well. Sometimes you'll like clip something and then you'll try to put it down and it just won't work, like one of them did just there. Sometimes you'll clip and you won't get anything, but like you see there, it didn't work again. But for the most part, they do usually tend to work. I think this one might just be bugged, maybe. Let's try that one. Nope, that one didn't work either. I'm not quite sure of the science behind it. I haven't played with AgriCraft a whole ton. But from what it seems, 10-10-10 ones are pretty much guaranteed. Whenever I've tried to clip and plant a 10-10-10 plant, it's worked pretty much every single time. Whereas whenever I try and clip and plant other plants, it kind of like takes a few attempts to get it to work. Like these ones here, you'll see are taking quite a bit of time to actually get up and running. But if we do that, and I was really hoping that would work. And there we go. Okay, so we've almost got, please. Yeah, it worked. Okay, cool. So we've got a nice full line here of chicken seeds. They're not 10-10-10, so they are going to produce a little bit less than everything else is, and they're going to grow a little bit slower and all that kind of stuff. But the idea is that we have the basic setup here. So we've got the basic setup up and running. We need to do the same thing with cow seeds and with something else. The 10-10-10 is guaranteed. Anything less isn't. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, I completely blanked on what I was trying to make then. Sugarcane, eggs, wheat, and cow seeds. So chicken seeds are done. Cow seeds I know we now have because we got them from a quest reward. They might even be still planted, possibly, over here somewhere. Are some of these still cow seeds? Sheep. I know for a fact I had some cows. Oh, there they are. Why are they there? Is that diamond? No, they took... You know what? We don't need sheep seeds now. We've got sheep seeds to make ourselves wool. We have a ton of sheep essence now because they've been put here and they've been doing pretty well. But we don't need wool for any kind of automation. So, I'm instead going to put my cow seeds here. These are probably going to be a pain if we try and clip them because these have not been, like, mutated at all. They are just 1-1-1s. So if I clip these and try and plant this, it's probably not going to... Yeah, it's probably not going to work at all, ever. Yeah, I don't know if it gets lower and lower every time you do that, but it looks like it might. Yeah, okay. So what I'll probably do is that between this live stream and next episode is I'll mutate these plants because I could do them now on stream, but it's a very, very tedious process. Is that like getting the plants, trying to put them in the crop breeding system, putting them in that cross pattern, waiting for them to breed using the sigil of the green grove, then scanning them, then checking what they are, replacing them, putting them back down, waiting. The whole process of getting to 10-10-10 is pretty laborious, and so I'll probably do that at some point between this episode and next, get it all set up. After that, all we need to do is set it so that it automatically crafts all that stuff, and to do that, we're going to use our molecular assembler over here, and to do that, we're going to need another interface. So do we have an interface? We do not. Let me get NEI back. There we go. If anyone's wondering, by the way, if you press O when you're like in your inventory, it gets rid of NEI. The first time I did that, it took forever for me to figure it out. Someone is shouting in chat, all caps, Isaac, please make an A2 wrench. You're complaining about the lack of wrenches, so you can make this one. Also make the flower that turns RF into mana. After that, you finish this one. the flower that turns RF into mana in this pack is terrible. The one he's talking about is from Technomancy, which is a mod that's like it adds extra stuff to all of the magic mods. It adds like tech stuff to the magic mods. And there is a block over here, this one, the Mana Fabricator, which produces mana. But you'll see there, it says 0 out of 2 million. That means it takes 2 million RF to produce one burst of mana. I tried it in a single player world. I did like try it in a creative mode world to see if it would be viable, because these are fairly easy to make. But it's not. It's really not. I could make one. They're actually not too hard to make. It's just a bunch of mana steel with an Eye of Ender as well as some mana diamonds. So, you know, I'll make one. I'll show you guys how it works. But they are not great. I tell you right now, they are kind of terrible. Because I had the same idea. I thought, you know, that'll be super easy. We've got a ton. We've got like a full lake of blood. We can just set up a bunch of these blood dynamos. But these things produce 80 redstone flux per tick. We need 2 million life points to get it to burst once. And so it's really not worth it. It's really not. But you know what? We will go ahead and make it just for the sake of making it. We'll make 2 of those. We've got 8. So I think we need like 9. Not that. We need like 9, 10. I think that's right. Let's head back over here. Someone said RIP. Is the stream down? Or is someone just saying RIP for the sake of saying RIP? Looks like someone's just saying RIP. The stream looks good. Mass Mana Fabricators equals good. We could set up a few of them, but again, they're like real slow. Like super duper slow. I'll make one of these. We'll get ourselves the 2 gears. Yes, we'll make ourselves a 2nd gear. There we go. And then we'll make ourselves the Mana Fabricator. I actually didn't look at the recipe either. It's super easy to make. But basically, this turns power into mana. So, I think these only like spread mana. I don't know if you link them to things or not. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it underneath this mana spreader. Because I read somewhere that you can only they only transfer mana to mana spreaders above them. Might be a complete lie. Didn't mean to put it on the wall there. Some of the stuff from Technomancy is also a little bit bugged, so I'm a little scared of using it. But you know what? We'll try it. We will try it. We'll put it down like that, and then we'll hook power up to the bottom of it, like so. Where is my power line? It is there. Let's grab our basic cables, let's pump this around, and this should start taking our power and turning it into mana. So you'll see right there at the top, it's taking it. It's going to take a while to take it, but it is taking it. And if we get our Wand of the Forest real quick and take a look at this. So this thing has a little bit of mana in it, not a whole lot. It should be sending that mana through to here, but it seems to not really be doing that. Is this bound right? Bind mode? Let's bind you to that. Well, maybe just have enough. That's fine. So none of these are working yet. These are all like offline, not doing anything. Once this gets to 2 million, which is going to take a while, it's 140-some thousand. It's going to go up to 2 million. Once it gets to 2 million, it will produce a little bit of mana, send it through to the Mana Fabricator, and shoot it over. It takes a long time. It takes a long time. Hi, Skull. Welcome to the stream. Skull says, what up, sexy people? Skull's one of our moderators. For those who are watching on YouTube, is Twitch chat moderator. Okay. So now that that's out of the way, now that we've got our setup kind of nowhere near up and running. We set out with a plan to get an automated cake flour mana generator, and it didn't really work. Someone said upgrade cables and energy cube. We could upgrade our cables, but I don't really think there's much of a point. Like these cables, these basic cables can actually transfer a surprisingly large amount of redstone flux. I don't think even with all these here, I don't think we're capping out the basic universal cables right now. Someone will tell me if we're wrong, but I'm fairly certain we're not. So, possibly? Toffee, who's another one of our moderators on Twitch, says, I've not been mentioned once this stream. Well, there you go, Toffee. You've been mentioned like 6 times now. Toffee. There you go. Okay, so that's that done. Let's... What do I want to do next? I kind of want to do my armor, because some people did point out, well, I made the mistake, first of all, of making my armor without putting any sigils in it. I only did it with the bound chest plate because I've made the bound chest plate wrong. But people have told me that I can actually undo the making of my my armor. I can actually undo it and then remake it with some cool stuff attached. So, for example, if I bind my, let's have a look, sigil, I think it's like a sigil of sight that I can use to put into my helmet, which will then give me night vision, which is going to be super useful for like going around at night and also going around to the nether, because the nether is like super duper dark. So let's have a look. It's not sigil of sight, it's sigil of, it might be the sigil of sight. Let me look at the wiki. I'm going to look at the wiki here. Bound armor. I think if you combine the sigil of sight into your armor. It has no effects. Okay, beautiful. Let's have a look. Sigil of the Blood Lamp is the one I'm after. So Sigil of the Blood Lamps. I want one of these. If we can get one of these, which is just basically some glowstone at this point, if I can get a Sigil of the Blood Lamp, we should be able to infuse that into our helmet if we do the Ritual of Unbinding, I think it's called, and then we can use that to get ourselves some night vision, which is going to be nice and useful. Well, hopefully nice and useful. Okay. Hashtag professional? Yeah, you'd be surprised how often I use the wiki when recording stuff. But with Twitch streaming, you know, it's a lot more. It's live. I can't cut away and go and look something up and then come back. You know, it's completely live. Also, let's take a look at this. Why is this pump not working? What is it with this pump? Also, I should keep checking up on my quests in the second chance section. Is this quest done? It is! Okay, so we finally got 5 million life points, or 5 million millibuckets worth of life essence into the quest book, so we can claim that reward. I'm not going to claim it yet, because I don't know if those tanks stack or not, but this quest is now officially available. I should check on my mob spawn. I doubt it's doing a whole lot, but yeah, you see, this is working. It is actually... I put up the BRB screen. Skullcrusher said you can put up the BRB screen. I could put up the break screen, go away for 3 seconds, look at the wiki, then come back. But there's not really a whole lot of point. I thought you'd said I'd put it up by accident. Oh, hey. That wasn't nice. So this looks like it's working, if not very, very slowly. So I'm not quite sure what's up with that. Let's quickly grab some glowstone. Was that the wisp? Did the wisp attack me? It might have been. Let's not go near him again. Also, this fire better wear off sometime soon, and we should eat. The pump doesn't chunk load itself. Okay, if that's the case... Yeah, because that tank's filled... Is that tank filled up? Or is that just me looking through the lava? No, that tank is totally full. In that case, we might have to make one of the MFR chunk loaders and stick that down next to it. Those are all real high up, so I'm gonna have to... flippin' get some netherrack to build a nerd paw to actually get this stuff. Thankfully, I love how fast this atomic disassembler tears through everything. It is amazing. Alright, let's come back over here. No, let's go do this one. This one seems a little bit less likely to fall in lava. Here we go. This on the server, or is this... oh, this is not on a server. This is on single player. So this is not like... Any chunk loaders I put down are not going to really have an effect outside of just working in the nether. Beautiful. So yeah, I'm not on a server with this. This is just like a single player world that I'm playing on. It's only the Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved stuff and Project Ozone that are both on servers. Someone said, OMG, we need a Cards Against Humanity session someday. Flippin', after playing Quiplash with chat, if we did Cards Against Humanity, I would have to put up... Like, I think my channel's already got the mature warning, like, thing on it. You have to tick that you agree to watch mature content, even though it's not really. I have it on already just in case, you know. But if we did it with Cards Against Humanity, I would have to, like, forewarn people that things could get... pretty vulgar pretty quickly. Here we go. Let's get ourselves the Sigil of the Blood Lamp. And so now what we need to do is we need to do the Unbinding Ritual. So let me get my thingamajig. It's called like a wand? No? I have no idea what it's called. We need to get ourselves the thing that actually lets us make things. It is the Ritual Diviner. That's the one. Ritual Diviner. Let's see this, and then let's skip through until we get to it's right there. First one that I missed. Ritual of Unbinding. That is the one that we need. I think for the Ritual of Unbinding, we need more ritual stones than we already have. Ritual of the Green Grove. I want to make sure I don't miss it. Unbinding. Okay, cool. So, let's go and unmake all of these. Let's take all these down. And then I'm going to have to go back to the wiki to find out how many ritual stones you need for this. I think it's like 32. And I think we have 24 with all of these right now. I love the atomic disassembler, but I hate how much of a mess it makes when I try and actually, like, flipping breaks individual blocks. I'm going to clear a bit of an area as well, because I think it might be a bit bigger than the Ritual of Binding. So I'll do all that without trying not to break this as well. So let's look again at the wiki real quick. And I'm sorry if whenever I do that, you guys are going to see my desktop. Let me do Ritual of the Unbinding. Here we go. For the Ritual of the Unbinding, we need 32 ritual stones. Okay, so we've got 24 right now. We need 8 more ritual stones. Thankfully, that is a nice number because I'm pretty sure you make these in sets of 2. And also, it is pretty cool because these are fairly easy to make. All we need is some of these slates. Now that our altar is pretty much the best altar in the whole entire world, we can just do that. Actually, I'm not going to do that because we don't need that many of them. Flipping, this thing is still a massive pain in the backside. Let me do that. We'll put 16 in. We'll pick the rest up. We'll throw these back into the altar, into the AE system. And also, we'll throw away a bunch of other stuff because my inventory is getting way too clogged up right now. We don't need the Botania stuff just yet. We'll come back to that later. Let's put our thermal lily down. I'm not quite sure why we still have that. We'll also get rid of that. Get rid of you. We don't need the torches, the clippers, the second quest book, the wall, the stone. We don't need any of that stuff. All right, cool. People always complain about how messy my inventory is. Are there lava power generators in this mod pack? There are not, actually. Pretty much everything is turned off, from what I can see. Like, if I try and make any of the mechanism stuff, like there are no solar panels, there are no windmills. All of the usual mechanism generators are not involved. I think there's a separate mod for that. I think mechanism generators is actually a different mod from mechanism itself. And so, no, I'm fairly certain there's no way to power anything early game without using the blood dynamos, which is why I haven't done it up until now. I believe later on down the line we can set up other dynamos, like these ones over here. We could use a hippie dynamo, which turns mana into power. Not quite sure I'd want to do that with mana being so hard to get. A node dynamo, which takes life points out of a Thaumcraft Aura node and turns those, or not life points, it takes the essential out of a Thaumcraft Aura node and produces power. But I think these dynamos from Technomancy are the only things that we can use to make power. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but you can go for it. And someone put hashtag Nick wants Isaac's man violin. It's true. If you haven't watched Project Ozone, you don't have a clue what I'm on about. All right, let's take this. Let's throw this back down. Our slates are probably like already like way too high of a tier, so let's quickly get back to those. The altar's pretty quick. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if, yeah, these are already being worked. These are all 84% towards the next stage. That's still 16, right? It is. Okay, throw you in there. Let's get another set of ritual stones. All we're missing now is the blood orb, like so, and we can make 8 more of those. Nice. So we'll take that. We'll take our Ritual Diviner. We've got our Master Stone. I think we should be pretty much good to go. Let me again quickly check at how this looks here, because it's... I have no idea. Okay, so it's an interesting one. I'll give it that, but it's not one. Some of them require like certain things be below it as well, like certain runes be below the Master Ritual Stone. So I want to make sure I put this down right. Now what we should have to do. Texture's a little bugged out, but that's fine. Let's do that. If we hold this down here, it should go and put all of those where they need to be. Let me just have those here so I know what's happening. Is that right? I guess it didn't need all the extra stones we made. Anyway. Now we've got that, all I think we have to do is activate it with our weak activation crystal, throw down the armor piece that we want to get rid of, and I think it's pretty much good to go. I think. Janky Nick is here in chat, and he says, hello, darling. Hi, Nick, how's it going? You doing well? What day is it? It's like Wednesday? It's Wasteful Wednesday. He's here to waste us all. We need... Let's see. Ritual of Unbinding, deconstructs bound armor, and sigils of holding. Activate the ritual with 30,000 life points and a weak activation crystal, then drop the okay, so we drop the Alright, so we activate. Nothing appears to have happened. Brilliant. What the heck? Why does nothing appear to have happened? Nothing appears to have happened. Brilliant. Is this right? Is this set up in the correct manner? It is not, because it looks like we need... Oh, I'm going to have to get rid of this. It looks like we did, in fact, need those last... there we go. That's right. Okay. Now it's ready. Boom. A rush of energy flows through the ritual. Let's take this. Okay. Beautiful. Look at that. We got our 5 filled sockets back. So now we can come on back over to here, and we can do something like this. This is a strictly PG. There will be no man violin strumming, says Nick. Now what we need to do is get another Master Blood Orb, which we can do pretty easily with a Blood Shard in the Blood Orb. So actually we have one here. We don't need this one anymore, do we? So let's take that. We need that. We need the sigil that we're going to put in it, and we need one normal Blood Shard. So let's also get one of those. And if we combine all those up, we should get night vision. So I'll put that in there. I'll put that in there. I'll put that in there. Right click. We get our helmet. We'll put the helmet on. we now have night vision. We have permanent night vision, which we can use pretty much forever, which is fantastic. So now we will not have to worry about the whole place getting dark when the evening is over. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Don't forget to add a blood orb. Yep, it's done. He's doing a ritual. It's done. Nick, you sneaky little mother trucker. Yeah, Nick is one sneaky mother trucker. These are real slow. Wow. I did not expect those to be anywhere near as slow as they were, but that's done. That is one thing I've wanted to do. How are we doing on Mob Essence? Mob Essence is getting there. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks of the 10 that we need to do. So, again, this is probably one that's going to take... I'll claim this now as well, actually. Yeah, they totally didn't stack at all. But the Mob Essence is probably, again, going to be one that we might have to wait between episodes. Actually, let's go ahead and stack these up real quick. We might have to wait between episodes to finish, because I don't think it's going to be finished during the duration of this stream. And also, we're going to need some more mechanical pipes, which we totally don't have. Mechanical pipes, here we go. Let's make some more of those. We're always out of buckets. I have made more buckets in this series than any other series I've ever done. It is crazy. It's crazy. Here we go. Let's see if we can jump. Can we jump up there? No, we cannot jump up there. Okay, can we jump from, like, here to up there? That's a... Yeah, no, we can't. All right, that's fine. Let's get this, I guess. Let's just nerd pull up here. Alright, and then we can use our configurator to get rid of this. And we can actually start to move... Did I just drop that? Did I just drop that into the lava? What the heck? Okay, well, in that case... I can't get up there anymore. Jeez. In that case, let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you with the atomic disassembler instead. And here we go. Well, I need the configurator to configure the flipping tanks. I've had that configurator for I've actually never made a configurator. That one was given to me as part of a quest. But thankfully, we can make another one fairly easily. We need some redstone. Redstone is now super easy because we've got a ton of redstone essence, making us a ton of redstone. And so let's make another one of these batteries. Let's make another one of the configurators. Let's go flipping charge this thing up. Someone asked Nick why he doesn't make videos anymore. And Nick said... ask my mum. So there you go. Ask Nick's mum why Nick doesn't make videos. You can call her now on 01484 999 999. Alright, let's take our configurator and get all of these set into the correct mode. Here we go. So if we jump and shift click, we can get that down. And then I'm going to shift that into output mode. And if we have them all in output mode, like I said before, it kind of just all trickles down to where it needs to go. I think 4 more takes us up to 10. And again, I'm aware of how absolutely gorgeous this looks. Like, Nick, if you're still watching, will be just so proud of how beautiful this setup here is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's 10 there. So we need all of those, all 10 of those there, to be filled with Mob Essence. You'll see it kind of just trickles down. Once all 10 of those are filled with Mob Essence, we can complete the Mob Essence quest, at which point we can complete the Lava quest, the Water quest. The Lava quest is taking a long time, but if push comes to shove, we can go to the Nether with a bucket and do it manually if we really wanted to. The Water one is done. We have all the water tanks here ready to go. The Sludge one is almost halfway there. The Sludge one should be like fairly easily be able to go and do itself with all of the harvesters that we have over here. And then after that, we only got the iron one left, which needs 10 tanks worth of portable iron. And so, one thing I am going to do here is I'm going to make some more growth pulses. We haven't used these in quite some time now, mostly because we haven't really had to. But now we've got a ton of Manisha, we've got a ton of stone, we've got a ton of diamond. I'm going to make a few of these, and I'm going to put them underneath my Aubrey bushes, because although we don't use our stuff here all that often, it would be nice to have it all... to have like a lot more of everything that's in here. And also we should probably look at getting everything that's in here pumped into the AE system. So first things first, all of this, all of these Aubrey bushes here need to have diamonds beneath them. Not they need to have dirt beneath them. And we need to set this to wrench mode. All of these need to have dirt beneath them, and then we're going to put growth pulses beneath all that dirt. So we're going to need dirt and then growth pulses. Yeah, that should be fine. So put the growth pulses down like this. We want to make sure that our cables go beneath the growth pulses like so. I think that setup is of a high standard. I approve the extreme generic cobblestone cobblestoniness highly. Thank you, Nick. I'm glad that you approve of my extreme cobblestone tower. Like this. This is why Nick is part of my recordings, like with Project Ozone. If Nick was here, this tower of cobblestone would not still be standing. It would look a lot nicer than it does right now, but that's fine. With me, things work a bit better and stuff gets done. Shots fired. Okay, so we need 2 more of those to finish that up, and we also need 9 dirt to get that up and running as well. I don't know if we have that much dirt lying around. We've got 3. Do we have any more biofuel? We do not. Can we make any more biofuel? Is it biofuel or is it bio... Fuel, yeah, it's biofuel. Saplings in a crusher. Thankfully, we have way too many saplings. Also, I added a deep storage unit for apples because the chest was getting full of apples. So let's take all of these. Didn't need all of them, but we'll take a bunch of those. We'll stick them into the crusher like that. We'll stick the rest of them into the AE system because why not? And then we can use this biofuel in conjunction with some sand in the metallurgic infuser to actually go ahead and make some dirt. Pretty cool stuff. Gold and diamonds is so last year. I use red matter now. Hashtag spoilers. I went on the Project Ozone server not so long ago, a few days ago. For those who don't know, and for those who watch Project Ozone, we've recorded quite a few more episodes than you've seen on YouTube. Nick, you know, you think Nick is bad when he puts down a ton of gold and diamond blocks for stuff, but he goes to a new height with red matter. It's crazy. Anyway, let's get ourselves a few more of these growth pulses here. Let's get at least 2 more of those. I thought we had... I guess we handed in all the Manitio essence that we had here. So let's make a few more of those. Actually, let's just make a ton of those. There we go. A stack of those is fine. We're not really using the Manitio for all that much these days. So let's take that. Let's throw it down there and there with the dirt there and there. And now they should be going much, much faster. And to compensate for that, we should, in fact, start pumping them into the AE system, because that chest is going to get filled up extremely quickly. Let me first get some red rock and cover up those holes in the floor that I just made. So here, here, and here. And let's actually get another import bus. Do we have one lying around? We do not. We have a fluid import bus. We should probably set up... like an ME fluid system, like a fluid terminal, and start storing like blood essence, life essence in the altar, as well as possibly some other stuff, maybe lava, because we can actually store some stuff. We have the ExtraCells mod installed, which allows us to actually store liquids in the AE system. We should probably start using that, because then we can export blood all over the place instead of having to have these pipes run pretty much everywhere. So that would be kind of cool. But for now, let's make ourselves the import bus and start importing all of the... all the stuff. So we need a sticky piston. Sticky piston's fairly easy. If you happen to have pistons lying around, which we do, let's go ahead and make one of those. And then we can make ourselves one of these. We never have the stuff we need, do we? Never have the stuff. Thankfully, we made a bunch of basic control circuits, so getting one of these is super simple. And then all we gotta do is throw it in there. Wait about 4 seconds. 2, 1. Once it's done, we can take that out, bring it back over to our AE system, throw it together with all this stuff, get one of those, get one of these, and boom, an import bus. Nice. So we'll stick that down right about here, and then I guess what I'm going to do is try and hook that up to that there. I'm not quite sure, like, apart from this line here, I'm not quite sure how many channels we're using on all of my other lines. Hopefully not too many, but I'm actually, again, not too sure. So let's make some more of these ME glass fiber cable. 8 should be more than enough. And then, once we're back around here, let's try and hook this up. It's getting very cramped around here. I am aware of this. And I do kind of want to switch it up at some point, because now I'm stuck. Which is fantastic. Let's get rid of this. I don't even think that has to be there, but I will put it back just to be on the safe side. Is that working? It is. So all that stuff should now get imported into the system. It's not going to get automatically smelted just yet. It's just going to kind of sit in the system doing nothing for the time being. But what we can do is in the future, we can actually go ahead and if we need to, what is it called? Oreberry? Yeah, it's called oreberries here. If we need to, we can just take those out and smelt them up as and when we need them, especially for things like iron and gold, because, again, in the quest book here, there is a quest here to have 10 buckets of liquid lava, which is like 140,000 millibuckets of liquid lava, as well as the same 1,000 tanks of gold, which is a little crazy. I don't think we have to do this gold one in order to unlock this quest here, but it's still pretty crazy. It's still pretty crazy. Obsidian song? Oh, you can listen to the Obsidian song if you'd like. It's on SoundCloud. If you Google GamingOnCaffeine SoundCloud, you'll find the Obsidian song. It's a song that me and Nick sang back in when we were recording Agrarian Skies 2. Jeez, that was a while ago. Alright, so that's still doing its thing. There is a quest in the Botania questline that I would like to complete. Where is it here? Botania. I want to complete this quest over here, Push and Pull, because I remember showing you this before in an episode, that all of these seem to be a bit bugged. I haven't made all of these flowers, but yet the quest book seems to think that I have. And so I kind of want to finish this quest. I don't know why Daffamils and Hopper Hawks are the only ones that were not registered, but if I complete that quest, that's like 7 quests completed in one. So a Hopper Hawk and a Daffamil. I think both of those should be fairly easy. Let's have a look. Hopper Hawk requires hopefully nothing too bad. It needs a redstone root, which is should be fine. Some grey petals, some light grey petals, and a rune of air. Do we have a rune of air lying around? The name of my texture pack is the Sphex resource pack. Sphex Pure BD Craft, if you want to be specific. Do we have rune of air? We do. Okay, beautiful. So we'll take that. Then all we need is the redstone root, which you make with grass and redstone. Do we have any grass? We don't. Do we have any dead bushes? We should do. We don't. I thought we did, because our day blooms and our nightshades did turn into dead bushes at the end of last episode. But let's see. What else can we do to make this? I know we can just shear grass, but I don't even notice we don't have any grass at all. And I'm not quite sure. I think we can make grass in the metallurgic infuser. No, we can do it with the alchemical chemistry set. Okay. That's fine. So we've got some dirt. We've got some botanic fertilizer over here. I was making some between episodes to make the extra thermal lilies. So let's put 1, 2, 3 of you in with 1, 2 of you. And let's make our first piece of grass, shall we? Isaac, how do you like the 5960X? It is lovely. For those who are unaware what he's on about, he's not talking about my CPU. Okay, let's go ahead and just throw this down, I guess, like there. Can I use... Oh, that's a horrible grass color. Anyway, let's do that. Let's grab some shears and shear this thing. Do we have any shears? We do. Cool. Let's take this. Let's shear these guys. There we go, cool stuff. So now we can just combine that up with some redstone. That gets us the redstone root, and I'm pretty sure that's pretty much everything we need to make the Hopper Hawk. And after that, all we need to do is make the Daffamil, which I remember making in Agrarian Skies 2. So I'm assuming it's not all too hard to make. And then we're pretty much good to go with all those quests. So 2 light grey and 2 dark grey, I think it was. Yeah, 2 light grey, 2 dark grey. Or by dark grey, I just mean grey. So we'll take 2 of those. And 2 of those. Each one of those needs to be 1 mana version, which again we can do fairly easily, like so. Boom, boom. Take both of those. And we're pretty good. It was so funny back when you didn't know you could shear grass. I was playing Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved, like the non-difficult, non-expert mode version, just the basic version that came out like a year ago. I don't know why I put those back in there. I need to do them in... I thought I could just craft them in the AE system. But I had never before in my life, like, sheared grass. It was like, it was never necessary, and I had no idea you could do it. But apparently, it is a vanilla mechanic that's been a thing for, like, a while. So, apparently that's a thing. Right, let's throw you in. You in, and then you 2 in, as well as you, and let's quickly grab ourselves 1 vanilla seed. We'll take you. It doesn't have to be vanilla seed. People always point this out. And we are missing the root that we just spent a while making. We'll do that, and there we go. We get the Hopper Hawk. Nice. Is that done? It is. And now all we need to do is make the Daffamil. And for the Daffamil, what do we need? We need another one, another rune of air, and this time yellow, brown, and 2 white. Do we have 2 white? We do not, but we can make it. Cool. So I'll take that. One of them needs to be mana. Yellow, do we have yellow? We do. One of them does have to be mana. And then brown, we'll take 1. Oh, we don't have a brown one. Ah, that's so annoying. Thankfully, we have the botanic fertilizer here. We do need another set of dirt, or another spot of dirt where we can actually start growing these. If we don't get a brown one here, I'm going to be a little bit annoyed. You know what, I'll expand this out here to get a nice bit of grass going. I wish the grass was a bit of a nicer color. This one's a bit like a puke colored green, but that's fine. Alright, brown, beautiful. First time, first try. Good stuff. Toffee said, remember Race for the Wool. Jeez, people are going far back in my YouTube videos nowadays. That was a long time ago when I did a Race for the Wool video with Nick. That is that done. We need another one of those roots. Let's quickly grab another piece of grass. Our inventory is getting a little bit full. Didn't want to do that. Shear that. Let's get rid of this. I guess. I shouldn't really get rid of anything. I should keep them. But so what we'll do is we'll start this setup over here so we don't clog our inventory with all this stuff. Let's put the white one in. The yellow one needs to be a mana one, so let's take that out. The brown one doesn't. My memory is terrible. Yes, the brown one doesn't, so I'll put that in. We'll drop the air rune in, like so. We will craft up the root. We'll drop that one in as well. And now all we need is one yellow and one white mana pearl, mana petal, and we should be good to go. So we'll put you in there, put you in there. Okay. Boom. Boom. And then are we done? Are we done? We might be done. Okay, here we go. Let's take this. Hey, Daffodil complete. Okay, throw all these away. Flipping heck, there we go. Okay, have we done that? We have. We can claim reward. That completed a ton of quests for us. We can go ahead and claim all of these, I guess. Let me dump some stuff into the AE system here. In fact, you know what? Let me dump essentially everything here into the AE system. I don't really think we need any of that, although I'll probably come back in a second and grab some of whatever I just put away. We'll claim all of these, all of these, all of these. We did just get some elven mana spreaders. Those could be super useful over by our Botania setup over there, because they can transfer, I think, more than the basic mana spreaders, and so we might be able to get rid of the, basically we could probably replace the two that we have with one on each side, or maybe just one in the middle, although we'd want to have two because we want to separate it out between these two mana pools. I'll probably start using those when we upgrade to our cake process, and people are shouting at me to eat. I will eat. Okay, here we go. I will eat, never fear. Also, we got a ton of floating white flowers. I'm not quite sure what floating white flowers do. Meaty isn't Train Man anymore. He quit using the Yeti. He's using the same mic as I am. It's true. He's still slightly Train Man. You hear it occasionally, but he is definitely less Train Man than he used to be. But yeah, that's all of that done. So that completed a ton of the quests in the Botania section there, which is pretty cool. We're now 134 quests complete out of 338. So we're over a third of the way there, but not quite halfway there at this point, which is understandable because we haven't really started with any of the Technomancy stuff. We haven't started any of the Thaumcraft stuff. We haven't touched any of the Draconic Evolution stuff. There are a bunch of quest lines that we have yet to do. One thing I would like to do is complete a few of these quests where possible, because I think most of these are going to be fairly easy to complete. Like the sludge boiler shouldn't be all too hard. The hardest bit is going to be getting all of the iron gears to make all of the machine housings. No, they're not called machine housings. They're called machine frames, or thereof. Factory machine blocks. So we can make all the factory machine blocks. But for that, all we have to do is put iron in here. That will go down, and if we put the gear cast back in there, that should pretty quickly get us a nice amount of those. And we are running a little low on iron, but we have all of our iron aubrries, which all still smelt into 3 iron ingots apiece, which is crazy. But so we can put that in there. That's going to get us a bunch of extra iron, which we can use as well. Start Draconic Evolution, please. We unfortunately can't. I will start Draconic Evolution as soon as I can start Draconic Evolution, but the first quest in the Draconic Evolution quest line is this one over here, and it requires us to get some Draconic ore. To get Draconic ore, we need to have a tier 6 altar and 100,000 life points. So to get a tier 6 altar, we need to make these 4 crystal clusters, and we're currently trying to make those crystal clusters. But to make these, it's pretty expensive, guys. It's pretty expensive, okay? We need a ton of diamonds, we need a ton of emeralds, ton of fluix crystals, ton of attuned stones, ton of ethereal slates, ton of nether star blocks. But the hardest thing on this list, surprisingly, is the blocks of terrasteel right smack bang in the middle. So, once we get that once we get enough to make the blocks of terrasteel and enough to make everything else, we will start working on Draconic Evolution. Someone said, nice! Like, that's super cheap! I know, right? I don't know what I'm complaining about. This is, like, so cheap. but this is the reason why we haven't started Draconic Evolution yet. But all in good time, we will get there at some point in the future. For now, that is not that time, but then we can start working through here. We do get some Draconic ore for one of these quests. I can't remember exactly which one it is, but I know one of these quests does give us Draconic ore. This one here. So once we get a million millibuckets worth of sludge, we do get 10 Draconic ore, at which point we could start with a bit of Draconic Evolution, but I don't think with 10 Draconic ore we're going to get very far. We could do like a few of these quests here, maybe make this one Draconic core here, but we're not going to get, you know, like the big power orb or anything like that anytime soon. So, Yeah, it's a little while away. How are these doing? These are nowhere near halfway full, so we'll leave those over there. We should be occasionally dropping oak onto those as well. I'm careful not to shift click on these, because if you shift click, it fills your inventory. Oh my goodness, spam fills it with all kinds of stuff. So I should be throwing, we've got these endo flames. I should really be putting these down every so often as well, just so that we can get a bit more mana. I think that'll still work. Get a bit more mana being pumped into the system at all times. Those will despawn eventually after 5 minutes, but I think the endo flames will tear through them before the 5 minutes is up. So they're all doing that. We could set up... Ooh, no, I don't really want to do that. You know, I want to make these machines. So let's take you. Let's grab a bunch more iron and stick that into here as well, just to get a bunch more of these up and running. Let's take all this iron and stick all that back in the system. So let's see. Sludge Boiler was one of the quests. I know that for a fact. We can make this super easily. 1, 2, 3 of those. Get ourselves another one of these machine frames, and we can do something like that. But we're missing some of the plastic sheets. But those, again, super easy to make. Boom, boom, Sludge Boiler. Done. That's that one out of the way. And I think we can do quite a few of these quests in this quest line pretty easily. Auto Brewer. The Auto Brewer might be a little bit harder to do, but usually the hardest thing in here is the Blaze Rods. Ooh, we need 2 plastic pipe, which I made 16 when I only needed 2. Brewing Stand, super easy to do. The redstone repeaters here are super easy to do if you happen to have redstone torches lying around. Hopefully we have enough sticks. We do. Then we just need another one of these machine frames, which we have, and we can do something like... make 2 of those, and then we can do something like this. Nice. Another quest done and done. The slaughterhouse, again, should be one that's fairly easy to complete. This requires a ton of golden swords, as well as 2 golden axes and some other stuff. So this one is going to require us to spend a bit of time over in here. Is that not so... What? I thought I put some iron in there. I guess not. In that case, let's put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 gold in, I think, because I'm pretty sure that this like setup we have to the right here uses the exact same amount of gold as it would take to normally craft all of these items, but does it through this. So I'll put 10 in there, and then get the sword cast. We could take that and use that to make our first 2 swords. Then I'm assuming we're going to need an axe cast to make the 2 axes. So this thing over here. We don't have a spare mold. We can make one pretty easily. We probably don't have a wooden axe. At least not one that's not got 100% durability. But we can make that. We can smelt it up nice and easily. We can take those. And then all we got to do is make 3 swords, which do require sticks. So let's take, I guess, all 39 of those for the time being and whack those in there. We want to make sure we get no more than 2 because we already have one in the AE system. So once the second one's made, let's switch that out for hatchets. And that should go ahead and make 3 of those. Mechanic Body says, hey everybody. Hi Mechanic Body, how's it going? So what? Well, if it's the past, that means it's old? I think I missed a conversation in the comment section somewhere. I think that's pretty much everything. If we throw all these into here, we might be able to make ourselves the slaughterhouse now. Oh, we're missing more of these. Okay, let's get some more rubber, throw it into here, smelt it up into some plastic dust. By the way, your Sigil of the Green Growth, you have it always on. It's using life points consistently. Just by clicking the air to turn it off. I kind of like having it on. It occasionally turns trees on, but I do agree it does waste life points. Although we've got like 4 million in our blood orb right now, so it's not too big of a deal. But it probably would be a bit more efficient to actually go ahead and turn it off. Let me quickly just do this in here so we don't have to get rid of all that. Boom, boom. Slaughterhouse is done. We can claim that reward as well.
Power to spare. There's a solution.
I don't want to.
First, you need.
I don't want to hear. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear the law. I don't want to hear the law guy talk for another 4 minutes. It's been a while since we got one of those pages, though. So Skull said, "I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys later next stream, whenever that is." Hashtag shots fired. Yeah, it could be a while before the next stream starts, but let's come down here. We are getting pretty far through this. We probably can't make a laser drill just yet. That's going to require us to actually use the slaughtering house. We need 4 grinders. What? I'm not quite sure why we need 4 grinders, but you know what? We'll see if we can make them. Did that recipe use our golden swords? It did, because I'm fairly certain I made a grinder before, obviously, for this thing over here. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6. We're like almost 3/4 of the way through this. So that's working. I made the grinder here, and it looked like it didn't use my sword last time that I made that, but I could have been wrong. entirely. So I don't really think there's much more we can do in this section, apart from make the grinders here. And the grinders are a bit grindy to make, because they require, like, leather, which means I need to get cow seeds and do all that kind of stuff. But we are now 68% through MFR. I've done quite a few during the second chance section here. This walrus one requires us to make 50 walruses. Now, we do get a few fish. My goodness, you get so much junk from this salvia, my goodness. We do have a few fish, so we can actually make a few walruses. What, we got 108, we got 201 fish. I don't think that is enough to make 50. We got 25. We got half of the walruses that we need to get this chicken seed. Not quite sure why that's a quest, but it's a quest. 1,000 slices of melon. I'm fairly certain we got melon seeds. A lot of these bottom left-hand corner quests, I just basically have farms set up for this stuff so we can get a ton of it. So yeah, that should be fairly easy to do. These ones up here, there's a few shear blocks, probably going to be a little harder to get. We got to do a lot of, we got to put our blood orb into the blood altar for quite some time. We should probably have it in now, whilst we're not doing anything else. What is it? Oh, it'll be in here, won't it? It'll be in here. I always forget that this is the thing. It's always going to be in there. But we should probably have that in there whilst nothing else is going on like that. Let's do another quick checkup on these ones. Obviously, that one's not done. 10% done. 62% working on it. So now, like I said, all we got to do now basically is wait for this to finish, which probably going to take quite a bit of time. Like, it's going to take throughout the course of this stream, it's done about 3 of them. We've been going for about an hour and a half, so you know it's probably going to take at least another 2 hours to finish up what's going on here, and I'm not going to be streaming for another 2 hours, so that will definitely be something that happens in episode 7. But when we come back for episode 7, we can do this quest, hopefully do this quest. I'll probably definitely do this quest. We can do this quest. Hopefully this one will be done as well, at which point all we need is the portable tanks. I think what we can do is, if we get rid of this real quick, we can grab some of those portable tanks and then just, like, directly pump from... I think we could directly fill them up in here. Like, if we grab some iron... Well, we've got 301 iron. Let's grab, like, a few stacks of iron. If I put that in there, I think I can fill this up. I totally can. Now, hoping it's filling up very slowly. Like, we're going to need a lot of iron to make this work. So what I'm probably going to have to do as well is, between episodes, just let this thing run, because obviously this is going to be now getting us a lot more iron aubrey bushes, which we can then smelt down in here and stuff into the iron. But that's going to take a lot. We need to fill 10 of these in order to complete that quest. Actually, though, looking at it, it might just be about 10 stacks, maybe? Ish, give or take some. But that should be pretty good. Isaac, if you need more mana, make the flower that needs fuel, then make a dropper that drops fuel on it. I don't think we have a dropper, unfortunately. We've got this thing here, the dropper, the Minecraft dropper. But unfortunately, we don't have any kind of timer. So the dropper would just continually drop stuff on it. And these things do have a cooldown. I do have the flowers here that require fuel. I also have these flowers that consume lava. But it's, without a timer, without any kind of project red in there, it's not really working all too well. By the way, ignore the schedule that Moobot posts in chat. Moobot is posting a schedule that says I stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. That is currently not particularly true. I stream more when I have time, that is true, than those particular days. But we might be streaming more regularly. I'm not too sure in the future. But yeah, right now, I don't know if there's a whole lot we can do apart from just, like, craft some grindy stuff. You know, there's these here. I'm not quite sure how the blood magic spells work, so I haven't really gotten into these yet. I'll have to look into that between episodes. Mekanism's being a bit buggy, and the rest of the quests are a little bit grinding. You know, some of the rest of the quests that I can do right now, like just making all of these seeds, is something that I don't really want to do on stream, because it's just going to be me making a bunch of seeds, which is kind of dull. And so, I think what I'm going to do is claim this quest. I'll take some snowball seeds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end this stream there. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the stream, be sure to follow if you haven't done so already. You can go and watch all the rest of the series if you'd like over on YouTube. I might do another stream of this at some point in the future. But I'm going to end it there. Also, today's Project Horizon video did go out earlier today. If you want to go watch that, it's pretty good. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Also, you should follow me on Twitter. Just saying. Goodbye.